Do you want to get a little bit more on camera, or?
Okay, thank you. Got it.
Hey!
How you doing?
Thank you.
Fabulous. Before David, like last time you broke our chairs.
Nice to meet you, Spencer. Oh, this whole place, I like the.
I will see you there.
Turn to my head.
Nice to meet you, Ramses and Joslyn.
Hi, I'm Jake.
Hi, Jake. Nice to meet you.
All right, scene 401, take 3, take 2, take 1.
Can you tell me your name and how you identify?
My name is Jake, and I use they, he pronouns, and I identify as queer and non-binary. It feels really easy to say that out loud. It feels totally natural at this point, when it very much did not when I first started. It felt like a joke to say they, actually, even though it felt like a burning secret inside for so long. I can't pinpoint a particular moment that allowed me to embrace my identity. I would pinpoint many moments in which I felt non-binary, I felt queer. I still struggle to find authenticity in my identity, actually, particularly around my family. When I'm out living my life or I'm with my friends, I feel totally my authentic self. I feel completely comfortable being as queer as I can be. But when I'm with my family, it definitely camouflages itself. I think I feel the need to blend in because it makes things easier. I wish I never had to have been covert. I wish I could have always just embraced my real life.
How does it make you feel to know that people yourselves are in danger? How does it make you feel knowing that?
It makes me feel beyond angry, actually rageful. Oh, I'm getting emotional thinking about it. I just think about literally thousands of years of queer, trans, gay, lesbian people who were erased. I grew up in my small Christian town, and I didn't know what the word gay meant until 8th grade. And it was just, it didn't exist. It didn't exist in my world. I didn't find it till I had free range internet access. It makes me really angry that so many people just have it kept from them. The queer community, we face so many oppositional forces that we just need to be kind to each other. Our gay brothers and our trans sisters and our ace envies, we all need to come together and be kind to each other. If I could say anything to a queer or trans person from a town like mine, I would tell them to protect themselves. But there are many dangers out in this world, and oftentimes queer people are alone in their struggles, and you need to protect yourself because we need you here. The struggles are deep and they are real and they are here, but also it's beautiful out here for us. If you go to the right places, you will find the right people, you will find love and community and joy. It's ours. It really is ours. And they won't take that from us. As much as they try, we will always be here, we will always be queer.
What's your name and how do you identify?
My name is Ramses Wells, and I identify as a trans masc, non-binary person who uses they, them, and he, him pronouns. I do have a chosen family, and I feel that the chosen family in my life is really important because I think community for any queer person is really important. That's one of the things I value most is community and having a support system. Finding my authentic self is an ongoing journey. I feel like my identity is very fluid, and I also find that I can be elusive even to myself, and it takes a lot of soul searching to find your authentic self and finding mine continues day by day.
What is the most pressing issue for queer young people today?
I think the most pressing issue for queer young people today, and specifically young trans people, is access to healthcare and homelessness. And I think access to healthcare for trans youth should be an inherent right, as well as access to homes. The denial of healthcare for trans youth truly breaks my heart. I would tell any trans youth watching right now to prioritize their safety, to find support, to find community, and to stay with us because we need you and we love you. I love you.
So let's start by introducing yourself and tell me how you identify.
My name is Spencer, and I'm just like some guy. I was trying to figure out if I was like exactly gender fluid or non-binary or feminine man. And at the end of the day, I realized I don't care. So I picked non-binary for job applications, I guess is the answer. But like, I'm really just like some guy. There's a definition that anyone who does not identify as the gender they were assigned at birth is trans. That is a definition that some people agree with. And I think that works in theory, but then you meet people who express their gender differently. And what I'm thinking is like butch lesbians who will still feel like women, but their experience of womanhood is different than like women who are very gender conforming. And there are other people who really live as their gender assigned at birth. I mean, we know people like this, but who don't really care. I would say that my experience is a trans experience because of the way that I move through the world, the way that I interact with people, and the fact that I'm talking with health insurance all the time.
So would you consider yourself trans?
Yeah, I would say yes, I'm trans, but I would also say that label doesn't really matter that much. Like, my dad and I are super close, and what I love about his approach is he's not trying to understand it. He doesn't try to understand every single aspect of my life. I don't need my dad to deeply understand what it means to be trans. But what's great is when we commute, because I live in LA and he drives a lot also, we talk on the phone all the time. I love that. I don't need to talk about the intricacies of my gender with my dad. I would really want to listen to the voices of people who have had a lot more hardship for being trans or from other trans people. I'm aware that there are people in the community who are coming to terms with being trans and don't always have the most intersectional approach to other demographics. I think that's something that matters. And so if I were to pick, the one most pressing issue, I would really want to listen to other people on that, because I can't speak for other people. But the times when labels mattered to me was when I felt really isolated. When I was the only queer person in the room, it felt important to say that I was queer, and I carried that, and sometimes that felt heavy. But I feel so lucky now. I know so many trans people, so many different types of trans people in so many different ways, that I don't have to be the trans person ever anymore.